Good morning, everyone. I thank each one of you for being here with us today. I'm pleased to welcome all the students from across our nation. I'm Professor Anupam, your event host and moderator. Let me take you through the process of how we will conduct the webinar today. Our guests will address the batch for 90 minutes. First 80 minutes will be knowledge sharing and last 10 minutes will be questions and answers. Students are encouraged to put relevant questions only related to the topic in the chat box towards their right side. Today's session will be conducted by Ms. Sreekala Sunderrajan. Ma'am will be taking a session on stress management. With around 17 years of experience in the corporate industry, Sreekala ma'am currently leads the group program management of people and culture at Gojek. She loves working across the regions of the world to bring people together. Ma'am is an engineer from the prestigious BMS College of Engineering. She is a self-driven individual and has a passion to teach. Sreekala ma'am has also co-founded Robocool Inc. in 2010 as a hobby to bring robotics awareness in students. This venture made her recipient of the prestigious 10,000 Women Scholarship in 2011 by Goldman Sachs and Indian School of Business, Hyderabad, a recognition given to the top 120 women potential entrepreneurs in a country in a year. Her leadership goes back to her college days when she was the first elected lady president in the history of the institution. So there was no lady president before ma'am was the lady student president of the institution. Ma'am is a professional orator for last 22 years now, and she has been a keynote motivational speaker and panelist at various global forums. Winning over 300 plus awards in various debates she was awarded. She is also a regular writer in LinkedIn and motivational speaker at various conferences and believes in sharing what she knows to learn more. As an explorer, she has also done theater, radio voiceovers, and sports. She also volunteers as a youth faculty for the Art of Living Foundation and uses her skills towards youth empowerment programs. She has trained over 3,000 youth and given talks to uncountable more on the power of mind and how to use to excel in life. Sreekala ma'am is married to a techie in robotics, Mr. Raghudeep, and is mother to 2 young children. She believes it's all about balance in life and very unapologetic, dreaming higher on herself and towards for a better world. Ma'am, I would now request you to take over the session and share your teachings to our students. Ma'am, please.
Thank you so much, Professor Anupam. That was so warm. Thank you for the lovely morning welcome. So good morning, everybody. It's such a wonderful time to be talking about a topic very, very close to my heart. And I'm pretty sure a topic that's very, very close to your heads, right? So what better than talking about a topic that matters to all of us in a time like this, on a day like this, right? The topic today is very, very simple, right? The topic is very, very simple. And I just have about 502 slides to run you all through it, right? I'm pretty sure it will not take us more than 80 minutes, provided all of you are busy. You're okay to take screenshots. You can do whatever you want, but we just have about 502 slides to cover, okay? And if you thought that was true, no, right? So if all of you are awake now, let's all quickly just flex ourselves a bit, yeah? Let's just warm up our hands, fingers. Let's tap your little heads a bit. Let's see how to start. And I'm very sure this is not the conventional way in which any of your sessions would have possibly started. But hey, what's life without a little bit of masala, right? So let's rub our palms again. I know this is one-sided, but I'm pretty sure you're being involved, right? So rub your palms. Let's rub your face a bit. All the extra layers, if you've put on any makeup, it's all going to come off. Rub your neck, wake yourself up. Okay, give yourself a nice neck massage. Don't hold it too hard. It's something that either your teachers or your people at home will do to you, but okay. And a nice big round of applause for all of us. Good. Okay, so the topic today is a very, very simple topic, like I said. Right? The topic is called stress management. Okay, so while we start, okay, I have a question for y'all, and I would love to hear answers from y'all over the chat. So, Professor Anupam, you should be able to see my deck now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome, very good. So, my first question to y'all is, I want to understand from you, what do you think is stress? Go on. Type it out on the chat. I'm looking forward to your answers. What do you think is stress? And you can send the answers to everyone so everybody can also see it. What do you think is stress? I'm just trying to understand from this group. Okay, what is stress? Stress is something that you want to do but are not able to do. Okay, what else? What else is stress? Anxiety. Okay, having a target. Yeah, so when you have a target, stress automatically comes into your lives. Okay, what else? What else do you think is stress? Dreaming too much. Okay. Yes, when you don't know how to manage your stress, you are dreaming too much. Conflicting mind between various options. Yes. So if you actually see, stress is a combination of something that is not okay, right? So how does that happen, right? Now, the outcome of stress is possibly anxiety, like some of you are typing to me. It is any situation where we can't get out. You feel that sense of suffocation. You feel that sense of, hey, I'm just stuck here. Yeah. Stress is the feeling of being overwhelmed or unable to cope with mental or emotional pressure. Absolutely. So beautifully said. Yes, keep the answers coming. Now the momentum is picking up. Stress is tension. Heck of thoughts leading to constant battle in your mind. Wow, very good. Feeling emotional or physical tension. Absolutely. Very nice. Now, all of you are telling me the end result of stress. Okay. Now, all those things that you're telling me here on what is the outcome of stress is what you're telling me, right? So when you feel stressed, you feel anxiety. When you feel stressed, you are not able to think. When you feel stressed, there is an emotional outbreak. There is a physical drain. So beautifully noticed. Yeah. When there is stress, you feel that you can't get out of what you're doing. There is a lot of tension. There is a lot of pressure, by external thoughts. And you're not able to manage the things around, right? But what causes stress? Have you ever thought of it? It's become very fashionable to say, hey, I'm dippy, the short form for depression, right? Or, hey, I'm feeling very out. I'm feeling very upset. I'm feeling very, low. It's become very fashionable to say that because, trust me, there are enough number of people going through a phase of being absolutely low for a perennial period of time. But let us understand, we are all students of universities. So let us understand what is the fundamental reason of stress. Because I strongly believe that if you understand the root cause, then it is very easy to solve the problem, right? So what is stress again? The first thing that when we talk of stress is that you have too much to accomplish and too little time. Like a lot of you typed on the chat, you want to do so many things, but you are not able to do it, right? Now let's get the fact right that all of us, you, me, Professor Anupam, and anybody else that you want to think of, all of us have the same 24 hours in a day. Do you agree? Yeah? Give me a thumbs up or a yes after that.
Yes, ma'am.
So all of us have 24 hours in a day, but all of us have different aspirations. Some of us possibly just want to watch Family Man and Sherni on, binge watching and get done with those 24 hours. Some of us want to climb the Himalayas. Some of us want to rock our placements. Some of us want to do something else. Yeah. We all have different things that we want to do that take different amounts of time, but we all have only 24 hours in a day. So too much to do and too little time causes stress. And I'm very sure you've seen this at home, is that, when you, if there is something that you want to be time bound, say you have to finish like a chapter that takes 3 days in 1 day, simply because you haven't studied earlier. Yeah. There is stress on that particular night that you're trying to night out and finish it. Right? When do you feel stressed while writing an exam? When you have half the paper remaining and you have just, say, 30 minutes remaining to finish it. That is when you have too much to do and too little time. Are you with me? Yeah? Are you with me? The second factor is too much to do and too little energy, too less energy. You want to do this, you want to go biking, you want to learn an instrument, you want to do all of it, and you have all the time in the world. Yeah. So let's say this particular session was held at 7 p.m. in the night. And I'm very sure half of you would say, chal chhod na, who'll attend it? Why? Because through the day you have done all the things that everybody else is doing, but there are only some of you who have that energy to do this even at 7 p.m. in the evening. And those are the ones who race ahead of others, right? So you have too much to do, but too little energy. Then what happens? Stress is building up inside. Arey yaar, I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to do this. Like, let's say, for example, you want to take up the project of, I want to get a 6-pack, right? And the 6-pack is not happening. Why? Because by the time you finish all the stuff that you're doing, that the janta is doing, there's no more time to hit the gym. There is no more energy to hit the gym. Or even when you hit the gym, instead of doing 1 hour, you're doing just 30 minutes. You've automatically lost out on the competition. When somebody else is putting in that 5 hours of preparation, say for CAT or for something else, at the end of the day, you don't have that energy to do it. That's possibly the difference, right? The third thing, too much to decide and too less clarity. Let's face it, we are at an age, where you're typically less than 35, where the most crucial, critical, time-sensitive decisions of your life are taken. You finish your graduation, you possibly do post-graduation. Yeah, a lot of you are doing it. Yeah. And then what happens? You're getting married, right? You're possibly having children, you're traveling the world, you're taking up new jobs. You're doing a lot of decisions on a day-to-day basis, if not month-to-month basis. But you have very little clarity on why you're doing what you're doing. How many times have you asked yourself, I have taken this particular degree or this particular education stream or this particular subject. Why have I taken it? You just took it. Like, for example, I became an engineer simply because I got X number of marks in my 12th, and all the uncles and aunties decided over dinner table that, chalo, this girl will do engineering. Yeah, and then engineering happened. Right? Has it happened for a lot of people in our lives? Yeah, your family typically decides, what you end up studying simply based on certain random parameters. Yeah, nobody asks you, what do you want to do? Why? Because you yourself don't know what you want to do. Yeah, you may have crisis at, like in 10th, you did not know whether you want to take possibly science or commerce or arts or something else, right? Very less clarity. And then we have too many things to decide. Yeah. Factor number 4, too much to stabilize and too less grounding. You want to reach for the mountains. You want to achieve the whole world. Yeah. To climb the Himalayas, you need to have grounding on your feet. Now, if your legs are shivering at the base camp, there's no way you're going to reach the summit. Right? So there's so many things that you want to do, but one small pressure here and there, and you're shaken off your feet. Yeah. Let's say you want to attend the best entrance exam in your life. Yeah. Or you want to get into that one permanent relationship in your life. But if you are not grounded, if you are not focused, then what is happening? Anytime somebody says, "Arey yaar, you're not made for this," chalo, niklo. What will happen? Your mind is also on its way out. Right? So too much to stabilize, but too less grounding. You're not able to put your feet on the ground and say, come what may, I'm going to fight this out. I'm going to achieve. I'm going to do this. And why does that happen? Have you thought about it? When is the 5th time that stress comes in your life? Stress typically comes in when you have too much to grow and too less confidence. All of you want to pass out of your college with either some of the best packages from the best companies through your placements, or just out of college, or you want to be one of those top entrepreneurs doing something. Does anybody want to say, "Arey yaar, no, I want to start a business, but I want to fail in it"? We have too much to grow, but what happens when you sit on that one particular interview, either for your job or in front of your investor or in front of the VC? What happens? There's no confidence for you to sell what abilities you have. How will you grow? Now, all of these put together, Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankar says, causes stress. Now, if you see more or less, right, that Success is inversely proportional to stress. In all the examples that we spoke about till now, they're all something that takes you towards success. But what is inversely proportional to success is stress. If success is some people may say, oh, no, when I perform better under pressure. For how long, my dear? You will perform under pressure for 2 days, 3 days, 10 days, 15 days, 1 month, 2 months. Beyond a point, if you work in stressful situations, what happens? You want to get out. Right? If that was the case, countries where they were war-torn by conflict should be the most prosperous countries, because stress is, if it is proportional to success, it is not. Right? So success is not going to happen to you. I repeat, success is not going to happen to you if you don't know how to manage stress. Right? Now I want you to think of something. Right? When you talk of stress, and we said that this is inversely proportional, right? What is it that is variable in all of this that we spoke about? Does anybody have more than 24 hours? Right? If you have, I'm willing to buy it from you. I'm willing to pay it and buy it. Right? But none of us have more than 24 hours. Do you agree with me? Yeah. Give me a yes or a thumbs up, directly on your on the chat. The point is that you can't increase the amount of time that you have. Yeah. You don't want to compromise on the way you want to grow. Why should you? Right? None of us want to compromise on our aspirations. None of us want to compromise on how we want to do things. Everybody wants to be an achiever. Right? Yes or no? Absolutely. See, so many yeses coming out. Feel free to change that option in your chat to send to everybody and then type. Okay, a lot of you are sending it out as private chat. Change that setting and then do it, so everybody also knows that you're responding. Yeah. So when that is the case, none of us want to compromise on any of these things that we were talking about. What is the only parameter that can be changed? In all the sequence that I told you, the only parameter that can be changed is the amount of energy that you can have, right? We can't change 24 hours. We can't change aspirations. We can't change what we want to ground with. We can't change our personal situations in a lot of times. But what you can change is the amount of energy that you have. The moment you have a higher dose of energy, you are equipped to do much more in all those areas that we spoke about. If you have that extra energy, you get to put in that extra effort for all those competitive exams that you want to prepare. If you have extra energy, you have patience to handle your cranky parents or your friends when they come to you with problems, or you go to them with problems. Yeah, you don't just blow your lid off. You talk it out. You sort it out. Are you with me? Yeah. If you have that extra dose of energy, you are able to dream more for yourself. Yeah. Instead of possibly doing one dream, you will say, hey, I want to do this and I want to do that. Yeah. So if you have that extra dose of energy, then you are going one level extra up in your life. How many times have we asked us this question? We've never thought of energy being a game changer in our lives. We always thought that more money, more opportunities, more people, more guidance, more coaching will make the difference. I say no. Yeah. More energy to absorb all of that information coming to you to make something out of your life is the game changer. Now let me ask you people, now that we've spoken about increasing our energy, let me ask you guys, where do you get your energy from? Where do you get your energy from? Everybody type it out. And it's not rocket science. So where do you get your energy from? Very simple. You get your energy from food. Okay, absolutely. Very good. What else? Where else do you get your energy from? Bring in the answers, bring in the answers. Daily yoga, absolutely. Beautiful. So what does yoga lead you into? Yeah. Yoga leads you into a happy state of mind. Right? Now, if yoga is only about breaking and paining and it doesn't give you that sense of peace, then it's not going to make a difference to your life. Right? So very beautiful. Breathing, absolutely. Food, fitness, and positive people. Very nice. Motivation. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So typically, most of you have covered it. Right? Now, we have four sources of energy. We can cluster them into typically one of these four sources of energy, right? Food is a big source of energy, right? Food is a big source of energy. Now, did you realize that with respect to food, yeah, it's just not about food giving you energy, but what is the type of food you're eating? When are you eating? Makes so much of a difference. How do you feel if you've gone out for like a pizza party and you're belting pizzas in and out, okay, because your friend is treating you and you're not paying for it, okay? How do you feel when you come back home? So obviously when you have a lot of pizza, you're going to belt it up with lime soda or something like that. How do you feel once you come back home? Do you feel like charged up and all of that? Or do you feel dull, drained, and sleepy? You just want to hit the couch and go off to sleep. You're with me? Yeah? Yes? Yeah? Or how do you feel after you've gone to a massive wedding feast and you're eating like there is no tomorrow? How do you feel after that? You feel dull, drained, So in food, there are typically types of food. Yeah? How much of food you eat and when you eat matters a lot. So if you're going to be eating huge chunks, quantities of food which are draining in nature, you are going to be absolutely tired. In food, there are typically three types of food. We talk about it in detail in our online breath and meditation workshop from the Art of Living. But here's a little glimpse for you. Yeah. So there is food that can drain your system, which is called as tamasic food. Any of your packaged food, your food which is cooked on Sunday and kept until Wednesday in the fridge because you're reheating it. Yeah, stale food and non-vegetarian food, alcohol, all of this is tamasic in nature. It causes a drain in your system. Like your body needs to work overtime to kind of break it down, or what we call in medical language, digestion, right? So if you're going to be pumping your food with tamasic food all the time, you are going to feel dull and drained out all the time. Yeah. The second thing is the Ratsic food. In Ratsic food, what happens is that you're eating food which is very, very restless in nature. Too much of caffeine. Yeah. If you're going to be on coffee and tea all day, yeah, then there is a time when you're going to feel very, very restless in your thoughts. And what does this mean? Is that you're trying to sit, but your mind is all over the place. Have you seen some people, when they're waiting for something, they keep walking up and down for the whole thing. They can't sit down and chalo, baitho, ho jayega kaam. Yeah, that doesn't happen. Why? Because you're very restless by nature. Yeah. So too much of sugar, too much of spice, too much of oil, anything of the extremes, yeah, causes a lot of restlessness in the mind and the body. Yeah. Now, too much of tamas in your body, too much of the drain, lethargy energy in your body makes you feel dull, depressed over a period of time, down and out. And that makes you get violent towards your own self, right? But when there is too much of rajas, too much of restlessness in you, then that converts itself into anger, temper issues. Yeah, we've seen it, right? A lot of us have temper issues. Why does that happen? It's because you're pumping yourself with food that makes you restless in the head. It doesn't settle down. And then a small trigger can blow you off. Now, the third thing which kind of compensates these two guys is the sattvic food. Sattvic food is fresh vegetarian food cooked with a lot of love. So even if you're going to be on Zomato and Swiggy ordering dal chawal, yeah, I'm very sure you'll agree with me that it is not as tasty as the one that's made at home. Even if it is simple dal chawal at home, there is a different flavor to it. There's a different joy to it when you eat. Does it happen? Why? Because it has been cooked with, a lot of love in it, right? So at that point of time, sattvic food is something that energizes you. So if you are studying for your exams, right, and you're, say, binging on your beer nights, you're not going to get the energy to be fresh and studying all the time. Yeah, it's not going to happen. As much as your mind may tell you, hey, dude, I work best when I'm sober. No, it's not going to happen. Yeah. So there's nothing about right or wrong in this. It's just about knowing the facts and then being sensible adults to take decisions that matter to us in life. Right. If you're studying and if you're living out of packaged food and aerated drinks, you're not going to be settling in. Not even when you're cracking that code or when you're creating that amazing business study that you're doing in college. It's not going to work. After a point of time, it's just going to all look the same in your head, right? So this is about food. The second source of energy is about sleep. Normally when we talk of sleep, people think, as adults, we need about 6 to 8 hours of sleep. I mean, this, I don't need to tell you, Google will tell you, right? I don't want to tell you things that Google will tell you, right? So 6 to 8 hours of sleep when matters a lot. So if you are going to be doing this, say night out, binge till 4, and then sleep at 4 and wake up at 10 or 11 or 12, you're not going to feel as fresh as what you would if you wake up in the morning. Right? Because what you are doing is sleeping against the biological cycle. And this is going to hit your energy levels. Right? So bad food consumed in the bad way reduces your energy. Your bad sleep cycle reduces your energy. And in fact, one of the biggest problems that we are seeing these days is that people are unable to sleep. I can't tell you the number of people I've taught, hacks and techniques just so that they can sleep properly. Just so that they can sleep properly. There was a time when people used to say, "Arey yaar, ye to itna sota hai." Yeah. But as youngsters, what we are seeing today is that studies are saying that at least 70% of the people are unable to get deep sleep because of gadget stimulation. Yeah. What do most of us do just before we go to sleep? You'll have to check your Insta reels, right? You'll have to check what your FB updates are. Yeah, if you don't do that, what happens? Life feels so incomplete. Like, how can you sleep without it? Or, of course, I'm not even getting into the binge watching thing of Netflix or Prime and all of it. So sleep is a big source of energy when it is done in the right time. How do you feel when you're sleeping on a Friday after, Friday evening, and you say, "Acha, Saturday, Sunday, no classes, nothing to do, no assignments. I'm going to sleep through the weekend." And then you wake up, say on Saturday afternoon, you're eating something, and then you go back to sleep, and then you wake up on Sunday, you're just putting something into your mouth, watching television for a couple of hours, and you go back to sleep, and then you wake up on Monday morning. What happens? You call it Monday morning blues. No, this has nothing to do with the Monday morning. It has to do with you abusing your body with sleep. Yeah. So sleep is the second source of energy. The third source of energy, that very beautifully came out even in the discussions, is our state of mind. Are you very happy listening to people who are nagging around you, or are you happy sitting with your friends, your best friends, possibly at your addas or your at night outs? What do you think is a better idea? Which energizes you, being with your best friends or being with people who are complaining all the time? Best friends. Yeah. See the response coming in. Yeah. Why? Because when you are in a happy and a motivated state of mind, happiness is a very natural, you feel very energized. How do you feel when you listen to a great talk by, say, Abdul Kalam? You feel very energized. How do you feel when you have an awesome idea and you talk to your friends and your friends are saying, "Oh, yeah, this is such a mind-blowing idea, let's go ahead and execute it"? How do you feel when you're giving a birthday surprise to somebody and nobody knows about the idea yet? Right? You're charged with energy. And that energy gives you when you are in a happy state of mind, you feel energized. Right? So a happy state of mind is your third source of energy. And the fourth source of energy is something that, again, a lot of you spoke about it, right? Is your breath. Yeah. Now here's a secret. Is everybody awake? Is everybody awake? Wake up, wake up. Is everybody here? Okay, good. So, do you know how much food you eat in a day? I wish you could all unmute and tell me, but how much food do you eat in a day? About a kilo? Yeah. Everything put together. A kilo and a half, 2 if you're a good eater, thankfully. Yeah, 2 kilos of food, inclusive of water and all of that. How much sleep do you have in a day? About 6 to 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. Yeah. So can you stay without food for a day? You can, right? I mean, let's just imagine you don't have food around you. You won't collapse. You won't die if you don't have food for a day. You will collapse possibly, but you won't die. How much can you stay without sleep? If you have a maths paper, then possibly a little lesser sleep. Yeah. So if you can go for about a day without sleep, a day and a half maybe. Yeah. How long can you go without the breath? Without a happy state of mind, to forget it. I'm not even asking you the question. There are people who live lifetimes without even realizing that they have an eligibility to be happy. Yaar, hak hai ki you should stay happy in your life. People don't even realize it. Yeah. So how long can you stay without the breath? One day? Please, for my sake. Doesn't happen. Not even for a single moment. Yeah. Not even for a single moment. If you just put the numbers in place, you breathe in and breathe out about 10,000 liters of air every single day. 10,000. And how much attention have you given to your breath? Hardly anything. Hardly anything. You don't even realize you're breathing until you're like hitting one of those marathons and you're like puffing and panting after a while, right? But the fourth source of energy is your breath. Yeah. How do you, if you have to lift a very heavy rice bag, say a 25 kg rice bag, what do? Do you realize that you automatically like, oh, and then when you drop it, what do? Has it happened? Yeah. Or if you have a very difficult situation, somebody's come and given you a very bad news, right? What do? You take a deep breath in. Let's see what to do about it. Yeah. When you're not well, have you seen what happens? Yeah. There is a very natural way in which your breath is trying to get you all right. Now, let me give you a couple of secrets about the breath. Okay. Is everybody with me till here? Yeah. Are you here? Are you not sleeping? Are you awake? Are you here? Give me a thumbs up or a yes. Very good. Okay. So the question is, right? Now, have you noticed that when you are very tired, okay, when you're very tired physically, your state of mind is also very, very low. You just want to, yeah, I don't have the mood today. I'm very tired. I just want to go sleep. Has it happened? Yeah. Now imagine that, now comes another angle. Okay. Have you observed your breath? Say when you are angry, right? It's fast, it's speedy, and it is shallow. It's just like, let's assume you're sitting in one of those amazing beaches, or you're taking your drive around Lonavala, right? Lovely scenic drive. How's your breath there when you're absolutely calm? It's deep. Has it happened? Yeah. The breath has a direct link to your mind and your body. How? Right? If your body has a direct link to the mind and the mind has a direct link to your breath, then just by regulating your breath, you should be able to energize your body and you should be able to energize your mind. This is the fundamental concept or the foundation of pranayama and meditation, which is a key to stress management. So when we talk of stress management, when somebody feels very stressed, do they feel very energized about doing like activities, physical activities? No. How is the mind? It's very cluttered. All of you had typed in anxiety, tension, pressure, unable to take decisions, unable to solve things. Yeah. All of this, what happens? The mind is clouded. How do you release all of them? Through the breath, right? So the breath is by far one of the most important sources of energy to manage stress. It is high time we realized it, because you can do binge eating on chocolate, right? When you feel stressed, you can do binge watching, right? When you're stressed. But that is not a permanent solution, right? The permanent solution is to know how to handle it every single moment with your breath. Now, with that said, what we're going to do now is to experience this power of the breath, because by default, this is one of the most powerful sources of energy, right? So all those of you who are with me online, I invite you to experience the power of your breath in a very, very experiential session. So what we're going to do now is to just sit with our eyes closed, okay? And we will do a little bit of a meditation, a little bit of a mindfulness session over the next few minutes, right? And then we will see from there how it goes. Is that okay? Is that okay with everybody? Okay, so let's all sit comfortably and easily. If you're on a chair, that's fine. If you're sitting on the floor, that's also fine. So let's just shake ourselves a bit. We've been like listening to me for such a long time. Keep a little smile on the face. Keep the smile, keep the smile. Finish up. Shake it up faster. Drop the hands just down. Just drop your hands loose and see the feeling at the tip of your fingers. That is the prana. Right? Now what you're going to do is to just sit erect. Sit with your spine erect. Keep your palms on your lap. Take a deep breath in, and all you have to do is to just follow the instructions with your eyes closed, right? The more you keep your eyes closed, the better your experience. So let's keep our eyes closed. Take a nice deep long breath in and breathe out. One more deep long breath in and breathe out and relax. We will now learn a very, very simple pranayama. It's called as the Brahmary Pranayama. So in the Brahmary Pranayama, you will take your index finger, put it in the inner flap of your ear. Okay, you will breathe in, and as you breathe out, you will make the sound of a humming bee. So it will go like this. Let me demonstrate to you. Yeah, so you breathe in. Breathe out, make the sound, and at the same time, open and close this little flap of your ear with your finger. Is that okay with everyone? Everybody game? Okay, so let's all do that. Let's all sit with our spine erect. Take a nice deep breath in and breathe out. Let's get ready for the Brahmari Pranayam. Let's put the index finger on the inner flap of the ear. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And relax. Palms on your thighs, open and facing the ceiling. Keep the eyes closed and just become aware of the sensations in the face and the head region. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. One more deep breath in and breathe out completely. Keep the eyes closed and just become aware of the sensations in the body. We will now do a short meditation. All you have to do in meditation is to just listen to the instructions very, very simply. There is nothing else that you need to do. Take a deep, long breath in and breathe out. Another nice, deep, long breath in and breathe out completely. Another nice, deep, long breath in. And breathe out completely. Take another nice deep long breath in. And breathe out. Keep a nice little smile on your face. Right now, there is nothing else that you need to do. With a big smile, take another nice deep long breath in. And breathe out. Another nice deep long breath in. And breathe out completely. Whatever thoughts come, just let it come. There is no need to change anything. Take a deep long breath in. And breathe out. Take another nice deep long breath in. And breathe out. Whatever thoughts come in, just let it come. Pleasant or unpleasant, just let it be. There's no need to change anything right now. Just become aware of every single thought in your body. Just become aware of it. There's no need to change it. Take a deep long breath in and breathe out. Another nice deep long breath in. And breathe out completely. You are peace. You are joy. Just become aware of that. Something inside of you is settling down. With a smile on your face. Something is settling inside of you. Keep a nice big smile on your face and become aware of your sensations in the mind and the body. Take a deep, long breath in and breathe out. Another nice, deep, long breath in and breathe out completely. Become aware of how the music has stopped, but there is a dance and a smile on your face and inside of you. Something has settled down. Take a deep, long breath in and breathe out. Another nice, deep, long breath in and breathe out completely. Keep a big smile on the face from one end of the year to the other end of the year. Don't open the eyes yet. Another nice deep long breath in and breathe out. One more deep long breath in and breathe out completely. Slowly and gradually, whenever you feel complete at your own pace without any rush, you may open your eyes. Good morning. Welcome back. Felt good? How did you feel? Quickly type on the chat. Let me know. How did you feel? Okay. How many of you are feeling fresh? How many of you are feeling sleepy? There's also a little poll if you want to do that. Come on, let me know how are you feeling? Feeling fresh? Feeling good? Yeah? Let's hear your responses. Let's give it a minute before you open your eyes and give me the responses. Yeah. See? Paul says, yeah. Now you're feeling fresh. Yeah, just few minutes of spending time with your own self. Just breathing right. Just focusing on the state of mind makes so much of a difference. Yeah, just few minutes of mindful breathing allows you to increase your energy by so much. There is a secret. As adults, we use just 30% of our lungs. And the truth is that 90% of the toxins in our body goes out through the breath. Yeah. If you are not breathing right, then what is happening is that you're not flushing your body and mind of toxins. And that is what leads to stress. That is what leads to lifestyle diseases. That's what leads to a lot of health ailments. Yeah, that is what leads to a lot of mental ailments. Right? So the easiest way is to breathe out stress. Yeah. So stress can be managed, which is why we are having this talk in the first place. Yeah. If you ever feel like giving up because of stress, then know that stress is very, very easily managed just through the breath. You now know the factors which can derail you in terms of food, in terms of sleep, in terms of lifestyle, in terms of your thoughts. You know what are the agents that cause stress. You can avoid them, but hey, in the real world, we all need to live with it, right? There are times when food is haywire. There are times that your sleep is haywire. Can you expect a perfect lifestyle? Yes, you can do a lot towards having a near perfect lifestyle. But what you can do is to enhance the quality of that lifestyle by doing a little bit of yoga, a little bit of breathing exercises, and a little bit of meditation every single day. If you'd like to take this to the next level, I invite you to come and learn the Sudarshan Kriya program. It's a fantastic program. Yeah. In fact, there's one program that we're starting from tomorrow. If any of you want, I'm happy to just give you the details, right? This is my number. You can reach out and I can send in the details of that if you'd want. But the point is that when you work with the breath, when you spend a little time in meditation, especially at an age where it matters, then life becomes a breeze. I got into meditation many years ago when I was 23. And I definitely feel that is the best investments I've done when I was young. Because I was under the impression that meditation is all for the boring people, somewhere sitting under the tree and, not knowing why they are doing things, what they are doing. And people used to say, why will you do it now? Do it after you're 60. Yeah, but what's the point? You need energy when you're young. You need energy when you have aspirations to achieve, right? You need to understand that to do the best in life, you need to do it when you're young, right? Thankfully, I realized the value of this early enough. And I've seen that I've done much better in all aspects of life, whether it is my sports, whether it is my arts, whether it is my work. Yeah. Thankfully, I'm a lot calmer and a lot more stress-free, even with the same situation as compared to my counterparts. Right? And that is a game changer towards success. When I am a happier person, people around me also, the relationships are happier. Right? And this is the fundamental concept of being happy, is to be stress-free. How many times have we seen that people who are extremely successful in life, simply because they don't know how to manage their mind, they've jumped off the building, they've given up. They can have the best of the degrees from the top Ivy League universities. But if you don't know how to manage your mind, it's pointless. Right? So take charge of your mind. Take charge of stress management in your hands to handle your mind. Right? And if you would definitely like to hit it on the head, hit the nail on the head, I invite you to come and learn the Sudarshan Kriya program. Just come and learn it. Nobody needs to tell you to take responsibility of your own mind. You need to do it. You're the only one who can do it. Right? So stress can be managed. As youth, as students, we are bubbling with energy. You're bubbling with dreams. You're bubbling with aspirations. Don't let stress be an obstacle. Right? The good news is stress can be managed. Yeah. With that said, I'd like to thank you all for the lovely time that we've had together. And here are my coordinates. If you'd like to keep in touch, I'm more than happy. If any of you need further guidance on, leadership, motivation, health, meditation, that's my number. Please don't, send me good morning and good night messages on WhatsApp. I will not respond. Yeah, that's my LinkedIn profile. I'm very, very active there. And let's connect. I would love to keep in touch. Yeah. With that said, Professor Anupam, let's open the floor to questions and over to you.
Right, ma'am. Now we can have the questions and answers. Students, you need to put the questions on your chat box. I think it's very important for them to know in the very beginning before they get into a strenuous or a program which needs a lot of their mind, body, energy. So I think managing stress and not having a water compartment kind of thought process in the mind, it is something which cannot be managed. Definitely, it can be managed.
Absolutely. And I do remember that, did you know that meditation is compulsory? Pranayama, meditation and Sudarshan Kriya is compulsory for all national sports teams, right? It's mandatory for the Miss India and the Miss World pageants, right? It's mandatory for anything that matters, right? The reason is stress can be a game breaker. And therefore, how do you make sure that doesn't happen? Is by learning how to manage stress.
Right, ma'am. Ma'am, there is a question.
Yes.
Is stress linked to anxiety and panic attacks?
Yes, there is a very strong link. Panic attacks and anxiety come Okay, so let's understand a little about this. It's a very beautiful question. See, anxiety is what? Yeah, putting your mind in the future. What is going to happen, right? You're anxious about getting a job. You're anxious about a job. You're anxious about what's going to happen. Will I get COVID? Will I die? Yeah. And the truth is everyone's going to die. Yeah, but nobody wants to be dying waiting for oxygen cylinders, right? That's the key. So anxiety and panic attacks simply mean that there is stress in your system, and because of which it is not allowing your mind to settle. It is always putting happiness in the future. But where is life? Does anybody have guarantee of what's going to happen tomorrow? No. Life is here. Life is now. But how do you come to that state? How does anxiety get rid of your system? How do you get rid of anxiety from your system? Just by breathing out stress. When you have stress, the mind cannot come to the present moment. When you're not in the present moment, you are going to feel anxious. Right? So, but the moment you're doing meditation, the moment you're doing breathing, the moment you're doing yoga, right? The mind comes to the moment. The moment it comes to the moment, what happens? Anxiety has no place there. Yeah. So, yes, it is completely linked. Stress is a root cause for anxiety and panic attacks. I can't tell you how many people who walk into the program saying that we are having anxiety attacks and they're completely out of it. Why? Because when you're able to manage stress, the mind is in the moment. There is no question of anxiety at all. Right? So it is linked.
I think that's good enough, ma'am. And they have really they would have got the essence of the session today. And we are all enlightened, and definitely, ma'am, we'll practice these small things in our life to start with, and it will definitely do a paramount of change in our lives.
Absolutely. I'd really like to thank the institution, IIEBM. It's very nice when you're doing something for the wellness of your students, because I know you have a solid vision of being a great academic institution, but being somebody who is genuinely working for the well-being of your students non-academically as well means that you genuinely care for your students, right? So that is something that I truly appreciate, and I do want to say kudos to the institution. Professor Anupam, thank you very much for this as well.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a ton, ma'am.
Thank you so much. There's one question.
Yes, ma'am.
So there's another 2 questions. Do we take them?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We can take.
So one question is how to have good and healthy sleep. Yeah. So the way to have good, healthy sleep is the right amount of physical activity, right? And an empty head, right? So there was somebody who walked up to one of my teachers and said that, I don't get sleep. He said, if you do 108 Surya Namaskars, how will you not get sleep? You will be so tired that you will sleep, right? So the right amount of physical activity is needed. Unfortunately, because of the online world, all of us are quite literally exercising only this much. Yeah, this has become a problem. I'll tell you, this has become a medical, clinical problem. So I'm also into a lot of alternate healing, and I can't tell you the number of people who come just because they want to sleep like there's no world. Yeah. So the way to have good, healthy sleep is you need to get yourself exercise. Exercise also releases certain hormones in your brain, which allow you to sleep. Yeah. So get yourself. If you can't get out of the house, go to your terrace. If you can't get out of your room, do it in the home. But exercise. Please exercise for a good, 20, 25 minutes. You should sweat. And another way of, I won't say another way, but a complement to that. What makes it better is if you are breathing out stress. So like I said, Sudarshan Kriya, I'll tell you something, I had sleep issues, right? I was perennially with black eyes like that, right? But from the time I've been practicing Sudarshan Kriya for so many years now, I'm blessed with great sleep. Yeah. Sometimes you don't need any of that. You just want to sleep. Yeah. I can sleep even in the middle of a bus stand now. Of course, holding my bag very tight. Yeah, because I have very good sleep, so I just sleep off. Yeah, so a great way of increasing the quality of your sleep is by doing practices like Sudarshan Kriya, and I cannot emphasize it enough. right? So please reach out. I'll be happy to, share details with you. We have, like I said, a program starting tomorrow morning, and then we make sure that as a commitment, we teach people how to meditate once in 2 weeks at least. Yeah. So yes, Nidhi is also asking me a question. She says, for getting updates about joining the program, we can text you, isn't it? Yes, please, you can. That's the whole purpose of giving you my number. Yeah. I'd like to wish you all the best of health and happiness. And I truly wish that you embrace the knowledge that you've heard today. And if there is anything, please know that there is help available. Okay. Thank you very much for this lovely session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a ton. All the students, you are requested to fill the feedback form. I have just put in the same. Please make sure you fill the feedback form. It is important for all of us. Thank you for being with us today, all the students. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a ton for your session, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Professor Anupam. Wish you all the best. Thank you, dear students, for joining. Don't dream anything less. Don't do anything less. Go everything above whatever is your benchmark in life, and wish you all the best for it. Take care. Bye.